So here with Washington State women's golf coach Kelly Kamimura. Coach, your team is heading to the Pac-12 championships this week. Exciting time for you guys as you enter the postseason of play. Just talk a little bit. What have you learned about your team this season as they've had to overcome some challenges and some roadblocks? Just playing a year in COVID. It's been irregular. Just kind of talk a little bit about the journey your team's been on to get to this point of some.
You know, it's been from the start, we've had a team mantra of 1 = 1, meaning the number 1 equals in the end rule of 1. And, you know, that coupled with our athletic department, Together Cougs, that's really been our primary focus and something that we've really leaned on through some of the challenges and adversity that we've faced over the course of this semester. I think one thing that's flowed from that is just our love of competition and embracing every opportunity and seizing that opportunity, regardless of if we've had 5 players, 3 players, 2 players. We just want to get out there and compete and represent WSU in the best light possible. And the team has really leaned on each other. They've been resilient and really come out and focused on what they can do, whether times are good or there's been challenges.
How has tournaments play been different just at the course itself? What kind of COVID regulations that you guys have? You guys have a little bit more separating. You guys can't, mingle as much. How has that been just kind of in a sport that's so mentally dominated? How has this season been trying to mentally navigate through a pandemic?
I think every tournament's been a little bit different. Different courses have had different things they want us to do, whether it's temperature checks, staying with our team, being paired differently, the pins in, no rakes and bunkers. Everything's been a little bit different. I think the biggest change for us has been how we travel, how we eat, a lot more isolation, and really helping players navigate their thoughts more, and find ways to healthily distract themselves in between rounds. A lot more. Some tournaments have had limited warm-up times. But it's really, again, it's a life lesson in rolling with it. We're thrown different things every day, and it's how you respond, it's how you're flexible, and it's how you capitalize on focus on what you can do, maybe not on what you can't.
As we mentioned, you guys are going into the Pac-12 tournament, Pac-12 championship this weekend. What are it's been a week or so since you guys have been competing in a tournament. What are some of the things your team's been working on, and just what are some of the things that maybe you're looking forward to going into the Pac-12 championships?
Well, we're going to be going to Pac-12s with 4 players due to injuries and some other challenges. And we've been really focusing on the primary thing with golf is that short game element, chipping, putting, focusing on targets while we're playing, landing areas, those things on the physical element, but also in the mental element is the mindset. What can you control? How are you doing with your controllables? Are you committed to every shot? And how do you do that at your best? Who each player is at their best and what their mindset and what they take into that round is where we've been putting our focus and helping draw that out of them. We're looking forward to going Pac-12s and competing this week. I think one thing is, again, seizing that every opportunity to compete and come together as a team. And we're really excited that this week we do have 4 players, because at Silverado 2 weeks ago, we had 2 players. So we're really proud of the way that this team has done everything that they can to be there for one another, to be there for the Cougs, and to go out and compete together.
What have you learned about your team being able to handle adversity through the different challenges of the season? Not only COVID itself, but talked about going to tournaments, not having a full team, or maybe sending 2 to 3 players. They've been able to overcome that battle and play their rounds and still put up respectable scores. So how does that say about your team's adversity? What have you been able to learn about your team's fight and team's want to be out there and compete?
I think this semester, more than any semester, I've been so proud of the players for how they've really come together and helped us continue to build our team culture. Some of the things that we've experienced are because of our team culture and how they're able to lean on each other, to be real with one another, and to help, they all want to be the best they can be in golf, in life, and in school. And so they've really been able to come together to fight and to really appreciate and be grateful for not just the opportunities to compete, but their opportunities to be student athletes at WSU and what it means to be a Coug. And this semester it's been challenging, and there's been a lot of ups and downs, but I think coming out of this, we're going to be better, we're going to be stronger, we're going to come together, and the future is really bright, and we're looking forward to going out there and taking who we are and what we do to the course this week at Stanford. And so it's all about rising and keep focusing on what's next and bringing your best self to every golf shot and every tournament.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Best of luck this weekend in the Pac-12 championships. And as always, go Cougs.
Yeah, thank you. Go Cougs.